What is love?
I have met many people, each claiming to have found it, and yet none could agree on its definition. Some used it as a civilized word to mask lust. They described it as a chemical reaction sparked by a flash of lightning on a beautiful spring day. Poetic, sure, but it reduced love to a mere urge to engage in a physical activity to reduce stress. And, with an appetite based on such a shallow urge, they could never be sated with the fruit of one tree, so they were almost guaranteed to trespass into other gardens, as they soon found out the age-old truth: beauty is only skin deep.
Then, there are those who saw love as a trophy, to be hung on the walls of those who hunted with a bow stolen from Cupid. A statement of success, or even triumph over those lonely people who did not wear the golden ring. They were often very vocal about their lives, not realizing that most people resent anyone perceived as better than them. It makes you wonder, why would someone gossip about themselves? Why would they invoke the demons of envy, capable of burning down the palace they claim to live in? And burn it often does, whether it's a palace or a shed.
Others jumped into the arms of another, regardless of how different they were, motivated only by their fear of loneliness. They were haunted by the terrifying vision of a forsaken old person who is angry at everything and everyone, or perhaps even at life itself, for not granting them what or whom they wanted. While not a wrong reason, it is certainly not enough. For a single reason isn't sufficient to endure the blows of fate that inevitably hammer the walls of all homes.
And yet the absolute worst were those who wed for wealth. They combined the lack of wisdom of those who seek the love of the flesh, with the greed of those who saw their own bodies as a commodity. I refrain from calling that love, for doing so would be a horrific desecration of a pure word.
All of those people ended up in trouble. I could tell their fate from the start, but I dared not speak. After all, what would someone alone like me know about love? All I could do was to clap and smile, like a well-trained sea lion.
Many of them went all the way to their wedding ceremony, thinking of it as the crowning ceremony of their love, only to be greeted by the executioner's block. As now those lovebirds can see each other without their colored feathers, and what they see scares them. For turning a blind eye to the signs they saw before, now requires them to be blind forever. Yet they can choose either to live with their eyes shut, or to open them and end up in the arena, fighting tooth and nail against the one they once chose to be their only ally against the whole world, the one who knows all their weaknesses, and where all the bodies are buried.
On the other hand, there are those who ended up in the hospital, where no healer had any idea how to sew their wounds. For they foolishly tried to gather the shards of their broken heart after offering them to their beloveds, and yet their beloveds mercilessly smashed their hearts on the stone-cold floor of rejection. But at least their pain was finite, as their wounds were cauterized by the fire of anger that replaced the flames of love.
Then there were the shy types, who loved in silence, fearing the fate of those in the hospital, only to end up in a mental dungeon. For they crafted a beautiful statue of what could have been and spent their lives gazing at it, which finally led them to the dungeon of their own minds, with the two scariest ghosts in every language. What if their love was like a sad song played on a violin whose strings were made from the shredded and dried hearts of those who loved, but were not loved back?
So what is true love? The way I see it, true love is a pure higher emotion of a soul longing to be with a similar one, seeking to share the happy moments they have together, in order to preserve them forever in both their memories.
Love is the safety of feeling that someone is by your side at all times, and under all circumstances, in sickness and in health, in good and bad times, in ups and downs. It is a hand to hold while walking in the dark forest that is life. A glass of fine wine, filled with the droplets of kindness and care offered by one person to another.
A pyramid whose stones are both physical and mental efforts, built by only 2 workers over a lifetime. Its reason is clear: the desire to find a helper suitable for us, and the willingness to be one.
Its method is pure. Walking the right path to the altar, crowning love with a happy and blessed marriage.
Its result is magnificent: a tree that bears angelic fruits, children. After all, that was God's first command to man.
In the end, love is what we want it to be. For it is an idea of which we are the creators, and we decide what that creation will be.
A hideous monster that feeds on the bodies and souls of those who create it, or an angel of compassion that heals from the stabbings of time. And, if truly pure, it can lead to the manifestation of God, for God is love.